For more than a decade, America has suffered its worst drought on record. And the mega resort gambling city of Las Vegas now faces a big problem. Estimates suggest that in as little as 20 years, it could run out of water. However, one small group of progressive scientists believe that the savior for one of America's most iconic cities might just arrive in the least likely of forms. Beaver. As far-fetched as it might seem, the introduction of beaver on a mass scale may have to be considered sooner rather than later, as a lack of drinking water isn't Las Vegas's only problem. The hydroelectricity generated by Hoover Dam is delivered to more than 8 million people across the western United States. But with the water level so low, the power capacity of the dam has dropped by 25% since 2000. And the lack of water could ultimately cause the bright lights of the Strip to go dark. For the people living in Las Vegas, that is a very worrying prospect indeed.
If it don't generate any power, then lights off in Vegas, California, a lot of surrounding areas. You know, those generators produce a lot of power, take a lot of water to spin them. So it's pretty critical.
If you look at pictures of the intakes, they only go down so low. There's about half of it, I think, or less now taking water in. So if it gets to a certain level that it's so low it can't intake water, then they can't make any power.
So could saving enough water to keep the lights of the world's brightest city on come down to beaver power? For that to happen, some scientists believe that beaver populations will have to return to levels not seen since before European settlers arrived. For almost 400 years, their furs were highly sought after and were used to make clothing and hats. From 1630 to 1640, nearly 80,000 beaver were taken annually from one river alone. As beaver populations were depleted in the east, trappers pushed west. Forget the California gold rush. This was the California fur rush. 200 years down the line, and many Americans still consider the beaver a pest. Every year, more than 20,000 beaver are trapped and killed by the US government alone, and the numbers exterminated privately could be even higher. With private landowners controlling more than 33% of Nevada's arable land, if beaver are going to save Las Vegas, the ranchers are going to have to be on board, something that isn't going to be easy. It's legal to trap and kill beaver throughout Nevada, and 400 miles north of the Strip, there's only one man that ranchers call on to deal with their beaver problems. When a rancher finds beaver on his property and wants a permanent solution, they call Randall. Randall Storbell has been living and trapping in Nevada for more than 40 years. He doesn't quite believe the image of the cute, furry, water-saving rodent that many ecologists would like to portray.
Trapping beavers is extremely difficult, hard work. And all my beaver trapping is done for the ranchers around here. Those beavers get into the irrigation ditches and plug everything up. And water in this country is extremely important. We don't have enough of it. And if the beavers are damming it up and the ranchers can't get it, beavers got to come out.
And Randall is a busy man.
One of the worst times was a couple of years ago. I was getting beaver complaints. I trapped beaver everywhere in the northeast part of the state and ended up catching 101 beaver, which, gosh, that's a lot of beaver. That's an extremely large amount, and it dang near killed me getting that many.
And once caught, there is still an appetite for their fur.
But people like them. They're spectacular. They put them on the back of their couch for decorations. And as you can see, these are really, really nice, beautiful, beautiful critters.
People have proposed more beavers might be a good solution to alleviate the drought in Nevada. Tell me what your opinion is on that.
My opinion on having more beavers introduced to Nevada or any western state is simply ridiculous. It just won't work. We are the driest state in the nation, and beavers need water. The ranchers would, in fact, fight this. They have to pay a lot of money to get rid of the beaver that are out there right now.
So not only are ranchers against the introduction of more beaver, they even want to get rid of the ones that are already there.
This is a very typical beaver trap. It's got 2 springs, 2 jaws. These traps are not designed to break legs. The wide jaws are cast iron, and they are designed to be very soft on tissues and on the critters. Just to show you how easy these traps are, I'll take a human hand. Do you see any blood? Do you see anything broken? No, you don't. These are designed just to hold the animal there. In reality, if you think about it, does an animal know? Does a beaver know, or any animal that you're trapping, do they know what a trap is? No, they don't go to school. They don't live in society where they know can learn what a trap is. They think that it's something in nature. These are 2 big sticks or a chunk of iron a rancher left out there, and it's got them pinned down for some reason, and they can't get loose. And so they finally curl up and go to sleep, because actually it's not hurting them. You know, at first when they're fighting it, yeah, it'll hurt them, but eventually they'll curl up and go to sleep.